Hey guys, so it's a good deal later than my last video. I still wanted to talk about the New Jersey convention while the memories are still fresh in my head, and because ever since then I've just been going, I miss them so much. So, Saturday, pretty much I got to sleep in a little later. I was really happy about that, and by later I mean like 7. But the day started with Jim Beaver. Good way to start it off, because he is so adorable, and he looks a lot different than I kind of expected, even though I've seen a lot of pictures of him from outside Supernatural. But he's so adorable, and when the little girls came up, he was like all fatherly, and I love him. He's just so sweet, and he's funny. He's really funny. And yeah, he called us all idiots. That made me happy. I don't know why, but it made me happy. So yeah, I can't remember what was in between that, but there was something. And then after waiting, it was Matt and Richard, which was 50 Shades of Awesome. And they took that and they ran with it, and everything was just 50 Shades of Grey, and nothing hurt for a change. Because usually when things are 50 Shades of Grey, things hurt. Because just listening to them read that writing, ugh. But they were hysterical. Like, there's no reason for those two to ever have single panels, because them two together is just so entertaining. And I love them. I posted a video the other day of Richard reading that. If you want to go see, it'll probably be a link somewhere around here. Their panel. We had photo ops. My first photo op was with Mark Pellegrino, who I am in love with. I don't know. I've always been a Misha girl, pretty much. Like, well, before I was Sam, and then I was Dean, and now I'm Misha/Cass, and I guess I just get around. Whatever. Oh, Mark Pellegrino, he has my heart. He seriously, and I'm stealing this quote from Emily, but he seriously looks like a young Harrison Ford. He's so hot. Not that you could tell from my picture, because look at that face. Just look at that face. But he's choking my little Cass plushie, and I'm being sad over here. And I dressed as Meg. Then, the ever-talented and ever naughty Sebastian Roche. I got a picture with him, I got a hug, and he's so tiny. I don't know, I expected because I put my arms around him, and I wasn't expecting them to go all the way around him, because I have short little stubby arms, and I was like, okay. But yeah, he was really nice, and he's very handsome as well. After that was the evil panel, whatever. It was Mark Shepard, Mark Pellegrino, and Sebastian Roche. And Sebastian, as much as I love him, I really think that he should have had his own panel. Because for one, he's not really evil, and for two, he answered every question, even if it wasn't directed at him. And he actually had him turn around for a while, and he was all pouty and just adorable. There was a lot of interesting occurrences at that panel, most of which little children should not be around, and I don't think it was as bad as the Richard and Matt panel, but it was still pretty bad, especially when Mark Pellegrino got down and did the chicken dance, which if you see any of the videos from the con, you will probably know what I mean. And I think the question was, if Lucifer got out of hell, what would happen if he like ran into Crowley? And yeah, I can't say any more about that. Shepard is Irish, which, I mean, I assumed he was British, but now that I know he's Irish, that makes him like 100% cooler. Because I love the Irish guys. He was pretty cool at the panel too. He was kind of like the, I don't know, he was kind of like the guardian of the panel, because he's pretty much apologizing for Sebastian Roche's behavior the entire time. And yeah, He was really cool. He's fanboyed over Moffat, of course. And someone mentioned that, I don't know if they said that Neil Gaiman wanted him to play Crowley or that there was some kind of rumor or something. But I started reading Good Omens, and now I can't hear anything else but Mark Sheppard's voice, so that if they make a movie adaptation of Good Omens, Mark Sheppard better be playing Crowley, because otherwise I don't think I'm going to be able to deal with it. After that was Autographs, and which went kind of, it went alright. I'm not very talkative, I'm just kind of like, here, sign this for me. But I think it was Matt Cohen was the first one. Oh, and here's Julie and Rachel's. But Matt Cohen's first one, he's like, I don't know where to sign. I was like, just sign Jared's forehead. It's big enough. He's like, you don't have to tell me twice. I was like, I think after that was Mark Pellegrino. And I'm having him sign something for my friend's birthday, so I won't be showing it. So you'll see the back of it. But he wrote happy birthday, and he was really nice. And we went around to the other side, and I had Mark Sheppard sign my Moose Crossing sign, because I had Jared sign it last year. And he's a little squirrel. But I guess I was being quiet, although, I mean, I'm normally quiet. So he was like, she drew it, and Mark Sheppard was like, what do you think? She got it off the internet or something that in his voice. And I don't know. I guess it was a tiny bit rude, but I don't know. I just take stuff in stride, so. But he's still adorable. I still love him. And he signed this as well, somewhere in this mess. And he was pretty cool. I don't think I said anything to him. I can't remember. Yeah, it's already been a week and memories are fading. I don't like it. After Autographs, we finally were able to get food. So me and my aunt and Sarah, we went to Panera and had Nom Noms. And then I was like running back because we got lost and we ended up looping like 50 times after we got food. And I finally get to the meet and greet room and no one's there. Absolutely no one, not even the moderators. And so I sit down praying that I'm in the right room, and finally like people start to come in, and it's not until like an hour after the meet and greet was supposed to start that Mark Sheppard strolls in, and then soon followed by Mark Pellegrino. Apparently the autograph session went on forever. So that's why they were late. I don't really understand why they decided to schedule a meet and greet like after Autographs. I just feel like that was a bad idea. Oh, creation. So Mark Sheppard sits down and he's wearing his Doctor Who Symphony shirt and being all cool, and apparently he got changed at some point. And Mark Pellegrino, I think he's just wearing the same thing he was. But Mark Sheppard's sitting right next to me, and Mark Pellegrino is like across the table, so of course I'm like staring at him the entire time because, oh, he's so gorgeous. And we pretty much ended up talking about food the entire time almost. They were super hungry, and they actually ended up eating during the meet and greet. I think Mark Sheppard had some kind of spaghetti thing, and Mark Pellegrino had salmon with mashed potatoes and spinach, I think? In case you were interested in what they like. But I'm just like smelling it, and I'm just like, oh, food. Even though I just ate, but it's just all this food talk. So they're pretty much talking about like different places they filmed. Like Mark Sheppard was talking about like London and New York, and Mark Pellegrino was talking about how he just was filming Grimm in Portland, which I'm super excited about. And he mentioned something about being on Revolution, which I didn't know he was going to be on Revolution, but now I'm just extra excited for Revolution. And I was pretty much my quiet self. I have a problem with like interrupting people, and I wanted to make comments, but I just felt awkward, so awkward. But at some point during the thing, Mark Sheppard like stares directly at me. I wasn't expecting it because I'm pretty sure I was paying attention to like the other side of the table. And he's like, what do you think? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I didn't say that because I couldn't get words out. And I'm just kind of like, I'm pretty sure my mouth was moving, but nothing was coming out. And he just stared at me because I think he expected me to say something at some point. And I think he just gave up. Both super sweet guys. And then we took pictures, and I was just like standing around. I don't know where to stand, so I stood next to Mark Shepard because I had been sitting next to him. And then Mark Pellegrino stands like next to him, and I'm just like standing right in front of them. And because I'm so short, I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I'm pretty much gonna crop myself out of the photo, and so it's just like a photo op with just the Marks and me. But I love everyone else, so I wouldn't do that. We sit back down because we still had like 10 or 15 minutes left. And I had my Castiel plushie just like laying on the table because I had taken it out of my bag to get my camera. And Mark Shepard just like picks it up and looks at it. And he's like, looks like David Tennant. I was like, no, it's Castiel. Like dead serious. He's like, who's Castiel? And I was like, you know, Misha Collins. He's like, who's Misha? And I'm like, that was pretty much the meet and greet. Although, seriously, they're the sweetest guys. And then we walked down the hall because they had to go to the cocktail thing. And we got hugs. And then I went and caught up with Emily, who had saved us tea for me, and I love her. Thank you. They were just like doing the centerpieces type thing. But it took a while for the thing to actually start. I just went around to the tables and like talked for a few minutes. I talked to Mark Pellegrino, who was across the table from me, and he recognized me. And about like how he thought maybe he was boring him, but I thought he was really interesting. It was funny because Jim Beaver sat down, and we were all like dead tired, and we were really quiet, and so we were just kind of playing this game where we'd go like this, like to whatever he did. That was kind of fun. Matt Cohen just gave us hugs because that's what he does, and he like shouldered me in the face because I'm so short and he's tall. When I went to hug, he like shouldered me in the face, and he apologized, but I was like, it's fine. Sebastian was his son. I've heard apparently some other tables had some really interesting stories, but he pretty much just sat down and talked to Emily and ate cake. I can't remember Richard Spate at all. I remember him being there, I just can't remember what he said. After the Saturday night thing, me and a lot of people went to dance. Me and Emily were like tired, so we left. And we were walking down the hall, and we were gonna go to her room, and we were going to get on the elevators, but we heard behind us, we heard Mark Shepard's voice. So we like walking a little slower, and someone stopped him. So we're walking a little slower, and we finally get to the elevator, and we're like pretending to push the button, like, why aren't you coming, elevator? Why aren't you coming? So Mark Shepard finally comes up, and we finally actually hit the button. And one of his like handlers or people or whatever, and Mark Shepard pretty much shoos him away. And he gets on the elevator with us, and I don't remember if I said anything, so Mark Shepard probably just thinks I'm retarded or something at this point, because I just can't seem to get out words in front of him. I don't know what it is. So yeah, we rode the elevator. We were on, or she was on the 4th floor, and apparently all the other guests were on the 6th floor. And so we went to her room for a minute. Her mom was sleeping, and then we were going to go downstairs and try to like get in the pool and like, you know, just put our feet in or whatever. But we ended up going to the computer room, and we tumbled until we were exhausted, and it was like 3 in the morning. And so yeah, that was Saturday. It was a really fun day. It was a really good day. So hopefully I will get Sunday's video up soon, because I'm still feeling all the Misha feels. And yeah. See you later.